Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. This is not your first time. Thank you for coming back. So, good morning. Hello. I'm about to do a reading and I asked what this reading was going to be about, and her is there is something seriously amazing just waiting for you. I'm going to claim this. I'm going to claim this reading because I want that something amazing. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. Okay. So let's see. Let's see how this is going to go. I just posted a video on TikTok and, it's really this thing of, hey, Miss Joy, knock it off, little lady. Get over here. Sorry, guys. Come here. Come here, you little hoodlum. Say sorry to everyone. Say sorry to everyone, Joy. So, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Be a good girl. Don't be side-eyeing people. Be a good girl. You're a good girl. You are. Her face. Go. Don't be eating things. You want to stay in my lap? Come on. Come on. You're not a hoodlum. You're just a little girl. She's not really a hoodlum. She's just a little baby. She's just a little baby. Yes, you're just a little baby, Joy. You're just a little baby. You hear her? She does this half whine thing. This girl. All right. I'm getting the cards ready for us. So, what I was saying is, I woke up this morning with this amazing feeling. I don't know what the feeling is, but it's this feeling of like an event trying to manifest. Um, Usually, if there's an event trying to manifest, what will happen is that you'll feel a charge in the air, right? It's like this charge that really starts to kind of create a sense of tension. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like this sense of tension, and what ends up happening is you get to decide how you're going to use that tension, right? You get to decide that. And when you allow yourself to consciously decide to use that tension to why did I look? Why did I look? When you decide to use that tension to consciously choose positivity, positive events, because you can choose that. That's well within your authority to do. When you do that, what ends up happening is that's what you manifest for yourself. Positive type events, beneficial things. Now, you have to be very careful what you fixate on from this point forward for the rest of the day, all the way through till maybe the 8th. Okay. Oh my gosh, the 8th. Okay. 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 I get it. I get it. There's something important happening this month. Okay. Okay. So here, let's go ahead. Let's finish pulling cards from the final deck. Here goes. Let's get started. Let's get this party started, right? The eclipse is tomorrow. Sorry I didn't go live last night. Life happened. Not bad things, good things. Life happened, and so I lived. But I will go live today. I was trying to get ahead of that eclipse energy. And technically, I am still ahead of it. So tomorrow's the eclipse. I'll do live stream tonight to do expedites. If you'd like to partake in that, I should have the listing up shortly after this video is done. All right. So right off the bat, I'm saying right off the bat, there is a masculine energy. Now, I'm not trying to find a different way to, well, yeah, I am. I'm trying to find a different way to read this card that doesn't tap into and make this reading into a twin flame anything. You know what I'm saying? I would like this to focus on us, our growth, just like good things like that, right? I'm not saying twin flame is a bad thing. I'm saying I'm sick of the subject. I'm sick of the subject. That's all there is. So let's see, masculine energy. Well, masculine is solar. Solar is light, positive charge. Okay. So something might be coming to light. It might be charged with positivity, but we also have to make sure that it's balanced and grounded, because a positive charge can very easily and very quickly become something that sets the entire place on fire, right? If it's not grounded, then it's going to set the whole place on fire. I'm suddenly super hot. Ask my husband to please turn off. Hello, could you please turn off my personal heater? Joy is here on my lap and I cannot get up. Good boy. Joy, I'm so sorry. I snitched on you. I snitched on you, Miss Joy. She's hiding. She's hiding under the table. So this feels like solar A. Go, Joy. So she's gone. She's gone. When they kick her out of the room, because I'm like trying to live stream and my ADHD goes bonkers with her. The way she exits the room, she like with her little ass tail. It goes like that. Okay, refocus. Distraction is gone. So that's solar energy, solar flare. Maybe it's a clearing, a cleansing of the pathways. It could potentially be that. Michael says it could also be potentially something else. Well, we'll see. Intensification in reverse. So the emptying out, it's in reverse. People might think like, oh, the intensity is lessening. No. It's emptying out. The intensification of that emptying process is increasing. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point today or in the next few days, you're feeling as though you're being emptied, you're being cleansed. Cleanses can be really just, I came across a video on Zeolite earlier today, like a week or two ago, about 2 weeks ago. I was figuring I was going to do some type of detox protocol. I was going to create one myself because that's kind of just what your girl does. and so I bought Zeolite, and then I came across a post talking about all the negativities of Zeolite, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just not mess myself up right now. So I returned it. Okay. And then I came across a post today, and this man was going through the different beneficial blah, 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 which I'm aware of. And he happens to hold up the very jar of zeolite that I had purchased and returned without even opening it or trying it. And it's this thing of when people don't understand the process that they're in, it creates a lot of fear. It creates a lot of fear. If you detox yourself too quickly, it will affect your body negatively. You will have flu-like symptoms. You will experience potentially negative effects on your organs, especially your filtering organs, especially your liver, kidneys. Those things can greatly suffer from an improper type of detox. Now, the man wasn't talking about this in his video this morning. I began thinking about this, like some of the symptoms from the other posts that I had seen that prompted me to just return the zeolite. Those are accelerated detox symptoms. They are. I'm familiar with that. And my thing was I trying to use my body as a way to detox what I needed to detox from these two areas, my heart and my mind. I was trying to purge these very negative emotions, thoughts, perceptions. And instead of addressing the very thing that I needed to address, I was like, oh, I'll do a full body detox. And I returned it because I was like, you know what? I am already emotionally and mentally destabilized from what I'm going through right now. And so let me not add another layer of fuckery. Okay. That's the conclusion that I came to. And so that's the thing. Are you now existing with layer after layer after layer after layer of um utter fuckery? Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? You know? Um we kind of got to make sure that we allow ourselves, really, really allow ourselves to be aware of where we're at energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, and recalibrate ourselves in such a way that will allow for us to welcome in the positivities, the amazing things, the opportunities. Now, don't wait for an opportunity, create it. Create the opportunity you are seeking. Seek out the people and the connections that are necessary in order for you to create the opportunities that are necessary. Okay. It's very important, very, very important that you know where you're at within yourself over the next couple days. Very, very important. I don't know why, and I can't emphasize that enough. It is so important to have that level of awareness. It's also important to utilize the passions that you're feeling right now. For some of you, there is a passion that's brewing inside you that will help you to begin manifesting, creating all of this amazing stuff, right? Yes. Okay. Um hmm. I feel this energy trying to insert itself. Um I don't feel like it's trying to insert itself into my personal space. It feels like an energy trying to insert itself to create interference, maybe in your personal process. Maybe it's this same type of energy that you've been experiencing for weeks, if not months on end, an energy that continuously interferes with your focus and your drive. I mean, are you going to let that continue? Because it's this thing of there's nothing that needs to be changed. There's maybe things that you need to be made aware of. That's the feeling. This is not a message of being like shifting your focus into changing something. This is a message of awareness, like making sure your awareness is calibrated, focused on the very thing that you need to do. Now, magic, the next card. I think you need to fully tap into your magic. I think you need to really, really allow yourself Allow yourself to receive the goodness that's rightfully yours. For so many of us, we don't allow this. We'll only allow to a certain degree, and then we'll begin restricting. We'll begin saying things like, oh, it's too much. Oh, I have enough already. Just coming up with all sorts of uh, reasonings, justifications. Justifications really are nothing more than intellectualized excuses. I don't know. I don't know what your guys' opinions are, but that's my stance. When I try and justify something, that's an excuse. It's an intellectualized excuse that I'm coming up with. Okay. So be careful about intellectualizing your excuses of remaining in certain patterns unnecessarily. So there's nothing that you need to call in. You need to just be fully present in whatever this process is. Um, you also need to listen to what you're remembering about certain things. Ooh. For some reason, Marlene like heavily comes to mind. Ancestors, remembrance. It's a weird feeling all of a sudden, like an emptiness in the pit of my stomach. Maybe I just need breakfast. Maybe I just need breakfast. Maybe that's it. But it's this emptiness. What is the emptiness about, though? Maybe it's none of my business. I'm going to leave that alone. Um, yes, Marlene is talking right now, but I have etheric earbuds in, and it just starts to sound garbled because I don't want to hear her. I don't want to take it out because I don't know what she's going to say. And she typically doesn't say anything for the collective, anyways. I will listen to her later. Guidance. You're receiving guidance from so many different spaces. Allow yourself to receive the guidance that's necessary. If you allow yourself to receive the guidance that's necessary, then you can begin really, really making some power moves in your life. I think for some of us, the issue is not that you're not powerful. The issue is that you're afraid to reclaim your power. You're afraid of what you will do if you have the power that's rightfully yours. I mean, really, though, you've had that power regardless. So what does it matter? It's just you convincing yourself that you're not powerful. You've had that power this whole time. So what does it matter? At least you'll have it in your conscious awareness. And with that, you'll be able to much more easily harness it for good things, good manifestations. We have to stop being afraid, being conscious creators of our lives. We have to release that fear. Do you know why it's so much easier to manifest a negative event than it is to manifest a positive? It's because of your place of belief. It's easier for us to believe that negative things will happen to us, against us, than it is to believe that positive, beneficial things will happen for us, with us. That's just this thing. Hi, Nina. I love you too. um, Start believing in some of the positivities. Start believing in that. There is this consistent message that keeps coming through. Part of me believes it, but the part of me that's needed in order to allow that massive abundance to come in doesn't really believe it too much. Like I do, but I don't, but I do, but I don't, but I do. And it doesn't matter how much you do in comparison to how much you don't. Like, no matter how much you try and convince yourself If the most crucial components of you and your manifestation ability are lumped in the I don't part, then it becomes this thing of like, then you don't. If the part of you that really will push the manifestation through doesn't believe, then it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So start believing in the goodness that you deserve. Start believing in the opportunities. You still have to do the work. You still have to listen to your soul. You still have to put the effort. You still have to give the permission. And then you'll receive. You will have the very thing you're working so hard to have. Now, there's so many of us who put so much effort, so much work into things, and you're like, Emmy, I work so hard. You're working so hard at things that were not meant for you. That's why. That's why it's a struggle. You're working so hard to be something you're not. If you use me as an example, my husband and I work so hard to make things work. He's worked so hard to provide for us. So hard. Never complains. And it was a struggle because him working gave me the luxury of hiding away from the purpose that I was built for. Me living my purpose right now, no, I'm not rich. I want to be the first to say that. I am so far from rich. No, not at all. But you know what? The way my life works, when there's a need, the need is fulfilled. And that's that. Whether it's my need, a need of someone else, a need of a viewer, a need, whatever the need is, it is fulfilled when it needs to be fulfilled. Life carries on. Always having gratitude in my heart because really, life is beautiful. I don't have to try. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is how I am. This is what I do. And some people might be like, well, Emmy, you overwork. No, no, I don't. Yes, sometimes I will ignore what my body is telling me. Yes, sometimes I do because I become so hyper fixated on accomplishing what task is at hand. Yes, yes, I do that. But I don't overwork. That is me living the truth in that moment. The problem is not me living the truth. The problem is I become obsessive with perfection. And when I rebalance that, it's not a problem anymore. There's no exhaustion anymore. You know? So for a lot of us, life is about to shift. These shifts that are occurring, they might seem very like difficult. You know, they might seem very unfair. They might seem like things that um, are designed to tear you down. But in reality, I'm a firm believer that what's being torn down is your resistance to your life redirecting you into the direction that you need to go. A lot of the really effed up things that have happened in my life were redirections. And these redirections bring further blessing to me. Blessings are not always about money, you guys. It's not always about money. It's about recognizing the things that are necessary, the things that are not. It's about having the courage to unplug yourself from whatever system of oppression that you have been so deeply entrenched in, plugged into in a locked place so that it can't be unplugged. Guess what? Your mind and your courage are the two blades that serve as the bolt cutters. You're bolted into place, cut that bitch. Oh, but the bolt will be broken. That's the point. That is the point. That's the point. So it can't be used again. People are like, "Oh, I have to walk away from this person. I have to walk away from this person. I have to walk away from this person." And it's like this thing of, I mean, what do I do? They keep following me. Like they're still in life. Like, why can't we just, and insert whatever justifications that are allowing you to continue to give permission to this person to be present in a life they are not welcome in anymore. You know my solution, and people will say I'm harsh because I am. Hey, listen, I'm a Pisces and I love you so deeply until you repeatedly show me you're unworthy of my love, at which point, fuck this, fuck that, I'm out. I don't just walk away. I turn around and I burn that bridge, maybe quietly within myself, or maybe something more externally observed. But I burned that bridge. You're not coming over again. I don't think so. When you show me I cannot trust you, and you have the capacity, the willingness, the courage to be malignant towards me, you're out. There's no coming back from that. None. None. There's no coming back from that for me. There's just no, because I don't make these decisions hastily. I watch and watch and watch and make excuses for you without you even asking me to. I will make excuse after excuse after excuse. It's almost like an anti superpower. And then when I run out of excuses and I start to allow myself to really see the truth of who you are and how you conduct yourself, I'm done. And when I'm done, I'm not going to announce it. I'm just going to be done and gone. And when I'm gone, that's forever. That's forever. For my peace, for my heart, for my purpose, that is forever. So you have to make decisions and allow yourself to be guided into the places that you need to be and receive the realizations that you need to realize. Because I'm saying, if you don't allow yourself, you're going to continue to repeat the same patterns over and over and over. You can't sit there and be like, I can't believe this is happening again. You can believe it. And it's happening again because you keep allowing it to happen again. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying this is what you need to change if you want change to actually occur for you. I've gotten to a point where I understand the type of energy that people will carry when they have intentions to use me. I will still be nice. I will. I'll still be nice. You have to really, really, really give me a reason for me to let the Bay Area hood chick out of me. For me to get Oaklandish with your ass. You have to really give me a reason. But until then, I'll be nice as I walk away. I'm not going to entertain that. We're not going to continue to exchange messages. One more, most recently, I got that same vibe, and like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm totally good off that. And usually we'll go ahead and go through this experience of like, am I being mean? Am I misreading this? Am I just, oh my God, why am I like this? Because you have a memory. Because you have a memory. You remember the people who carried that same type of energy that's now sitting right in front of you and what they did. You remember what that feeling means. Stop gaslighting yourself into this sense of you're just being mean. Like you need to be more supportive. Yeah, you're being mean to yourself, and you need to be more supportive of your growth, your expansion of your awareness of the things that you've been through. You can still love people after they've hurt you. That's fine. I have people that I still love, and they've hurt me deeply. I still have love for them. Will they ever be allowed into my life again? Fuck no. Are you kidding me? No, never. Never ever. It's not even about forgiveness. It's about recognizing that's who you are. You are that. That is basura. It's basura for real. I don't want trash in my house. I don't think so. No. I will not allow you to have access to me. I still love you though. Silently from afar. Okay? It's not this um it's not this all or nothing where so long as you have, love for someone, they need to continue to have access to you. No. No. Okay. Okay. Someone's getting their mind straight. Excuse me. And it's leading to an awareness of a desire of a union, this coming together. I'm not digging through any cards right now, Michaela. So I might just banish him. No, I'm joking. I can't banish Michael. I don't have that authority. I can't banish him from my space. My higher self won't allow me to. So it's almost a sense of like someone is getting rid of the toxicity in their environment, right? This ethos that was consistently upside down has been right side up. Um, sorry. Whew. Can we have one reading, just one reading where it's just about us, our growth, you know. Can we do that? Can we do that? Just one. Can this be the one? Can be this be the reading where it's yeah, no, that's I want that. I want that. This is a reading. Okay. There's something that is kind of there's something that's kind of dying away. I don't think it has I don't think it's something in your life. I think it's something to do in another person's life that has a connection to you. So, this clearing out, the ending of something, ending of a cycle, whatever it could potentially it could potentially dilate the pathways that will allow more of the positivity to return to you. This is a period of accelerated, intensified manifestation. Be careful of what you call to you, okay? Um, Hope in reverse. Someone has a heart murmur. They don't know. Oh God, no! I want this reading for me. I want this reading for me. I don't want this reading for me anymore. I'm not pouting like a spoiled brat. This is the face of a woman disappointed, not a spoiled brat. All right. So I'm not claiming this part of the reading at this point. Someone is feeling very hopeless in their lack of awareness or lack of options regarding how to speak to you. They're weighing out their choices, and at the end of the day, they feel this oath that was I guess, done on a soul level. They're losing their rigidity. They're hoping and praying for you to summon them back into your life, but you're not. You're not summoning them. I don't know that you have an aversion to them or if you've just moved on and you're over it, right? For some, moving on does not mean that the door is closed. For some of you, that moving on was just like you had no other option but to move on. So you moved on, and then that's that. But there's still potentiality for for connection. Like trying to there's still that potentiality that exists, and that potentiality has a lot to do with whatever realizations that you two could kind of help each other come to. Maybe it's not even realizations, maybe it's not even realizations of, pertaining to each other. Maybe the two of you can just kind of give each other a different perspective on things that you're working on individually, right? So it's going to be an ugly process for either of you or both of you. It might just be one, it might be both. I'm not sure. But this energy is really trying to make its presence known, because some of you really need that guidance. Okay. So if you're wanting me to share with you my perspective on this, like someone's trying to um, kind of work their way back into your life, you don't know what to do. Okay. Are you a Piscean? Because baby boo, Pisceans, they always do that. Pisceans, hello. You will always have someone who is pining away for you, someone who is thinking about you, regretting walking away from you. Just all of these really tragic things. Excuse my dry sarcasm. It's just so tragic. It's not tragic. You made excuses upon excuses upon excuses. Don't keep making excuses now. So, what would I do? Well, if I felt so inclined, if I felt so inclined, I would give them the opportunity, rare as it is, they would have the opportunity to have short conversation with me. And then I would absolutely observe their energy, their intentions, their word selection, and see if everything lines up with what my gut is telling me. And if something doesn't line up, even the littlest, I'm out. I might be nasty as I exit. Who knows? Who knows? But I will always, at the very least, assess what do they want. Allow your intuition to come forward to the degree that you can take one look at a notification and feel the energy of that. And let that energy tell you whether you need to open that or not. Right? There's been plenty of times because I typically don't open anything, period. I typically don't. I don't open anything, period, just because um, I'm totally a pushover. I am. I am totally a motherfucking pushover. Unless you trigger me to the degree where I'm like, no, fuck you. You can get me to agree to anything. That's why I don't open anything. And so, because I know this about myself, I pretty much will not open anything. And part of the reason I don't open things is because I can feel that a lot of things are loaded in its intention. If I open it, it's because I get this feeling in my heart like, you know what? I have to look at this. I have to address this, whether it's just thank you or a full-on response or what have you. It's not always negative, it's not always positive. But when my heart tells me that I have to open this, then yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I will. I will be the one to respond. So that's the thing. Let your intuition protect you. Stop trying to convince yourself. Stop trying to convince yourself that you are misreading what you are reading. Energy does not lie, people. Energy does not lie. You can sense people's lychee type. Now, I'm not talking about lychee, the fruit. I'm talking about this leech type intention. They want to like suck onto you, just suck you dry. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just saying. Yeah. No thanks. So you got to make sure you can have that no thanks gumption in you. You know, that really no thanks gumption. Because, hi, Elle. There are some people in this world who I see their name and I'm like, yes! I love you. Yeah, no, but don't let people suck you dry. It's just some like, no, no, no. Just a big fat no. You have to let go of some people. The people who come back into your life and they show you their intention is like to be the same person they were the first time, the last time. I don't know how many times whoever this is for you has come back into your life. Just stop. Stop. You know, if it didn't work the first time, there's a high likelihood it's not going to work the second time and every other time you try. Now, I say this because when they come back and it's meant to work, it's usually because they are a different person and so are you. Completely people at that point. Right? So you have to make sure that you really pick up on they're a completely different person. They're not the same person anymore. You're not the same person anymore. And then, yes, you can totally have a conversation and see where the two of you are at. Like what's happened to each of you since, since each of you have been gone, and maybe catch up a little bit and, maybe decide that's the last conversation, or maybe there needs to be more conversations. Who knows? Who knows? But don't fall into that trap of, listening to the sob story. Like, y'all, what I'm about to say is going to be abrasive. I'm fully aware, but it needs to be said in an abrasive manner to get through all of the shields that you have up that prevents you from listening to sound logic. Pisceans, we are so romantical. It's fucking obnoxious sometimes. And I'm part of that. I can be so romantical. It's ridiculous. Like, bitch, someone slap me real quick. slap. So here's the thing. Everyone has a sob story. Literally everyone has a sob story. If you're going to determine interaction with someone based on the gravity of their sob story, then it's quite potentially going to lead to a circumstance of exploitation at some point. Right? Look at it. You said I have several, right? I have a series going on of sob stories for me personally. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't share them either. See, Elle, that's why I love you. We're both so silent in our suffering. I don't know why I'm laughing either. I think a lot of us go through that where we're super silent in our suffering. And then there are those who will, just continue to share and overshare, which that's not necessarily a bad thing. I also am an oversharer at times. It's just this thing of like, what is the intention? Sometimes I will overshare just because it's come out of my mouth. And once it's out of my mouth, it's kind of that's it. There's no expectation of that. It's the people who overshare to gain your energy. Okay. That gaining your energy, feeding off of you. When you pay attention to someone, you're paying in energy. So that's something you have to be aware of. When you overpay, that means the energy that was budgeted towards you manifesting goodness in your life is now gone. It's now gone. This is about protecting yourself and your energy. This is about allowing yourself to really, really be fully present in what you're experiencing and allowing those experiences to be something that will grow you in the most gentle way possible. We don't always have to grow strictly through only destructive ends. We don't always have to be the one that's destroyed. You see, if you identify as a phoenix, there's no rule that exists that says you have to rise only from your own ashes. You know how many times I've risen from the ashes of bridges I've burned? The truth of a phoenix is she has no fear of what needs to be lost, let go of, in order to rise. So if you identify as a phoenix, you have to tap into that high priestess of fire energy, that high priestess of fire mindset, and lose the fear of your fire. Why be around someone who needs to carry around a fire extinguisher just to feel safe around you? Right? Right. Those are the people who make you afraid of your own flame. They should have no place in your life. They should not be allowed to have access to you, to have influence over you. They should have no place in your life, at least for a short period. At the very least, for a short period until you get to actually learn more about who you truly are. Right? No. There are some people in my life, y'all know who you are. Not only do you not carry a fire extinguisher around, you reassure me that you specialize in burn wounds and that you can help. Don't worry. Don't dim your shine. Don't dim your flame. Don't do any of that. Keep shining brighter. Keep shining brighter. Don't worry. And those people, my God, I cherish those people. They've been with me for a very long time. We might not talk every day. We might not talk every month. We might not even talk for years on end. But those are the people who will always have a space within the throne room of my heart. Those very people who not only don't shame me for being who I am, They encourage me to be more of who I am. They help me to see that some of the things that I'm ashamed of are things that I really shouldn't be ashamed of. But if really makes me feel that badly, then maybe it's time for me to begin adjusting those behaviors and mindsets. Fill your life with people like that. Those people are worth it. They make your journey even more sacred than it already is. They give you space to further develop and cultivate a deepened, ripened, expanded gratitude. For most people, when it's time for them to start work, it's just like this sense of dread, right? Whatever is associated with work, it's like, I feel just like for some people, certain type of music, because maybe they work in an office that plays specific songs all day. For other people, it's a specific scent. For some people, it's whatever sensory trigger it is, right? For me, whenever I hear, hold on, let me just hold on. I gotta let you guys hear this. Okay. When I hear this sound, right, that's it. That is not it. Hold on. Is this it? This. I hear this. Ah. Mm. Mm. I'm about to spend some time with my people. Mm. I hear that. And I feel my heart opening. I feel myself just kind of finding this space of center, like I'm about to enter into a sacred space. Whatever's going on, I don't have to worry. Not right now. I don't have to stress. I don't have to do any of that right now. Right now, I'm going to church. I'm entering into a space so sacred that any fears, any insecurities, any of these things that have weighed heavily on me up until that point just doesn't feel heavy anymore. It feels like I am taking a break, at least for an hour. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to spend time with my online family. And we're going to talk about things. And I'm going to leave feeling amazing about life, recharged, ready to do whatever crazy ass shit I gotta do for the day. Y'all know my schedule is. You'll be like, what the fuck? Uh-huh. Yes. It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for me to go ahead and travel through multiple states and make it in time back in space. No one's known where I've gone. It's not uncommon. And people who know me, they know, like, I literally do this, have done this, continue to do this, where you really have no idea that I've traveled through multiple states between one live stream and the next, all while doing sessions still. Yes. It's okay. My life is not stressful in that way. It's just not. My life becomes stressful when I begin to reach points of realization of what I've been avoiding, what I've been blocking from manifesting because I don't want to step into a space of power, more power over myself and my journey, not over other people. Okay. There's something seriously amazing just waiting for you. Whatever this is, it's meant just for you. You won't be able to give it away. You can share parts of it if you want, but you can't share it to the degree that you're giving it to someone else. This is for you. It's non-transferable. This is for you. It's for you. Allow yourself to receive for once. You are so quick to consistently give and give and give. Even when you have nothing to give, you give and you reassure the people that you're giving to that it's okay, it's going to be fine. I know because I do this as well. It's going to be fine. And for me, that's the reality. It's actually going to be fine. It always is. But here's the thing. If it's not always fine for you and you just tell yourself it's fine, that's a whole different thing. That is a whole different thing. That is a lie. So, what you need to do is actually allow yourself to enter into a space where you're actually fine. You feel fine, you're doing fine, you're fine, right? And I think that's what this reading is trying to tell us. Worlds within worlds. This world of abundance that lives inside you is going to be allowed to come out. It's going to be allowed to be experienced outside of you. And if you do not get in your own way, and I promise you, I will shake the shit out of you at some point if you do. I'm telling you, don't make me go full mama bear. I'm telling you, I will shake you with my words. Oh my gosh, yes. I need some nettle tea and gingery soups. Come over, Elle. Please. I love your cooking. I love the Hawaiian stuff as well. I love watching my family eat it. Yeah, no, I'm working on my health right now. Definitely. That's been a priority for me. Something seriously amazing is waiting for me, but it doesn't arrive until I put the work into it, right? My health got really, really, really seriously, severely affected since like February, March time of this year. There were things that were going on and it really kicked into high gear, and the health was just really bad, really bad. Yeah. If you look through my videos over the past since like 2022 started, you'll see a massive decline in my health. And it's this thing of realizing that my desire to be healthy needs to be allowed to permeate through the entirety of my life. It's not because I'm overworking, it's because I'm not taking care of myself. I can take care of myself while I work. The reality is this: having assisted in the time that I've been publicly visible, having assisted, I would say I'm over 10,000 clients at this point, right? 10,000 people that have been my clients. Um, you know, I have to utilize the energy every day. If I don't, it accumulates and it dislocates my joints. If I don't do the workload that I do every single day, 7 days a week, there are no days off. If I don't dispense that energy, it blows through my system, herniate my disc, it twisted my spine recently, dislocate my wrist, all kind of different things. So me doing the work that I do is a form of self-care. But here's the thing: the work that you do is draining you beyond what you can handle. That's not okay. This is not me intellectualizing my overworking and justifying working 7 days a week for years on end at this point. This is me explaining what I've come to realize. This is me explaining my understanding of what I am designed to do. And even doing energy work is not enough at this point. I surged so much energy. I have to work out. I missed back day, and the next day, my back gave out. My muscles were like, bitch. We didn't get our stimulation yesterday. No, we're on strike. Yeah. Tell me that's not crazy. Because it's not crazy. It's my reality. Your reality is not crazy. Other people who don't understand your reality and the way you're designed to function will think it's crazy. But is it crazy? No, it's your reality. It is your reality. It is your reality. Stop gaslighting yourself into believing your reality is not valid because someone outside of you who doesn't understand you and wasn't designed for the purpose you were designed to fulfill isn't giving you permission and validating you. No, that person has no place in your life. There are people in my life who were not designed to do what I do. Not only do they validate me, they encourage me and they protect me and they shield me when they feel like the world has been a little bit rough with you. I'm going to need to shield you. I'm going to need to kind of like take you under my wing, give you a moment. We have Elle over here recognizing I need me some nettle tea and gingery soups. It's true. It's true. I do. I've stopped my detox tea because I was just like, I hate the tea. I stopped it for a little bit. I'm going to restart it back up. But stopping it for a little bit has returned some of the luminosity to my skin. Um, you know, just kind of letting that work out. Oh my God, the sisters are here. L and M are here. Love it. I love it. Okay, so Mother Earth in reverse. This earthly stress that you're feeling does not translate into your soul. Okay? Don't confuse the two. The earthly stress can be rectified by listening to the guidance of soul. Your soul is not stressed out, I promise you. This is like so simple to your soul. It's the human aspect of you that gets all stressed out and begins to feel like, oh, I can't handle this and blah 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 blah. And the reason you go through that is not because you can't handle it. It's because you are being provided with a type of challenge that is going to help remind you by firsthand experience exactly what you're capable of. Yes. There will be distractions brought in to see if you can stay focused on the task at hand. Saying, you're going to let that distraction be successful? Now, I'm a regular human, just like all of you. And yes, in 2022, I allowed the distraction of a violent stalker to really distract me from the task at hand. Not anymore. I let it affect my health so severely. You could track the progression of the decline of my health because I've allowed it to affect me. Like I say, I'm just like you guys. There is nothing about me that would ever make it true, the statement, this belief that I got my shit together. No. I got shit. But it's not together. you know? And that's the thing. I fully believe that what I'm dealing with, the legalities of this violent stalker, has a history of physical violence against women. That's not okay. Has admitted to it, bragged about it in various private messages to me. Has bragged about even knowing that my frame is more fragile than his own. That if I lash out against what he's demanding, then he feels it's justified to lash back with intensity and force, right? Now, fuck you. You're not a distraction anymore. You're being handled because it's what you need. Fuck you. I'm taking my life back. Not in rebellion, but because it's what I deserve. Fuck you. Lawyer up, motherfucker. Lawyer up. Waste your fucking money. You've dug your own fucking grave. Legally. I've given enough of 2022 to bullshit. Now, all of that energy that I should have used creating the things that I need to create, I am in hyper over. This year will end on a beautiful note, and I will have accomplished the things that I set out to accomplish. I will do so in a most impressive manner because I was raised to excel. And my excellence is not contingent on validation. I was raised to excel without any compliments, any acknowledgement. So that's a beautiful thing. Think of your childhood and how your childhood has prepared you for this beautiful journey that you're actually on. Think of your childhood and really allow yourself to see how your life up until this point has been preparing you for this intangible greatness that, you still don't quite get it yet. And it's okay if you don't get it. You're living it. You've been living it. And that's a beautiful thing. There was this question of, what is my purpose? I don't know what I'm here to do. So long as you're living your life in the most authentic manner possible, you're already living your purpose. You're already living your purpose, and you have been this entire time. Every type of scenario that you've experienced, every time you feel you've faltered, you haven't. You've allowed yourself to be prepared for the next part of your journey, and the next part, and the next part, and the next part, continuing until you reach a point of fearlessness. Now, this is a point that is very difficult to reach, right? So, me being who I am and being the person that really finds solutions and workarounds for everything, like really, you present me a problem, I will find a way to work around it. That's how my brain works. I will find a way to work around anything you put in front of me. You give me enough time, you'll notice that I'm no longer confined. I've gone past you and you didn't even know. So this is what I realized. Because it's so difficult to reach a place of fearlessness, what I have figured out for myself is to do it even when I'm scared. Who gives a shit? You're scared already, just do it anyways. At least you won't be scared for an unnecessarily prolonged period. You see that? Because see, as long as there's no resolution, you're going to have that fear. You're going to have that hesitation. You're just going to feel all these things, right? So just do it anyways. Do it while afraid. Do it while uncertain. Just do it. And as you do it, you'll begin to make progress, and you'll notice that fear begin to dissolve. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to have courage. Those are two separate things. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is what you choose to do in the face of it. Be ballsy. Be bold. Do what you feel you need to do. There's no mistakes. There's redirections. There are learning opportunities, opportunities to remember through life experience exactly how much you can handle. All these different ways that you can see life. And people are going to be like, oh, those are just bullshit. You're just like, no, you're bullshit. Because you see things as a negative, that's on you. Be the negative motherfucker that you are. I don't care. Please. No, Emmy. No, you can't look at it that way because you actually are falling. Walking is falling. It's a controlled fall. Are you kidding me? Running is the acceleration of that controlled fall. So when you look at it as falling, I look at it as I'm walking. And when I walk faster, I'm running. And when I begin to allow the winds of change to lift me up the way it's designed to, I'm flying. In the words of the notorious Chris Brown, how are you going to hate from the outside of the club when you can't even get in? I'm saying I should listen to you. You've never even been inside these walls. Please. You lack integrity. And that lack of integrity is picked up by my intuition. What does that mean? Let's see. That your emotions are getting the best of you and your emotions don't belong to me. You see how that works? Because Michael cannot let it go. Okay, there's some silly old soul just watching you. There's a silly old soul watching you and, contemplating life. Yeah, they're contemplating life, and that's that. And oops, don't ever put a card in my hand again. I don't care if the message was not done. Don't ever hit a card out of my hand ever again. If you do that again, we gonna be fucking fighting. We gonna fight. I'm saying. Did you guys see that? I fucking hit the card out of my hand. I was like, oops. The Pisces in me was like, oops. Oh. The Capricorn motherfucker, do that again. See what happens. You're fucking up my mood. I'm saying. Anyways, balance. Try and reestablish balance in your life. Okay. Try and reestablish some balance by allowing yourself to recognize, acknowledge how far you've come, where you've come from, where you're headed towards, the amount of effort that's required to get to that space that you're heading towards. I'm just saying, allow yourself to receive, right? Really allowing yourself to receive whatever it is that needs to receive. Trap in reverse. No, there's no traps. You're not going to fall for any of the traps any further because really though, no. That's reason enough, right? That is reason enough. You saying no and not wanting to participate is reason enough. And if you're feeling like, well, they're not agree. See, that's the problem. Is you think they need to agree and give you permission. No. No. Don't be scared to lose the excess baggage. Just don't. Awaken gnosis. Allowing yourself to really wake up to the reality that you've been ignoring your sense of knowing. Gnosis is archaic Greek for knowing. See, what society and societal programs have done, they've diminished you and kept you phase locked into the toddlerhood of your consciousness awareness. What does that mean? Well, you've been taught that you need to have hope and faith. Having hope and faith, it can be beneficial, don't get me wrong, but it gives the power to something outside of you. You hope that someone else will help, that there will be some type of intercessor. You have faith that something outside of you will correct a situation that lives inside you. When you allow yourself to mature to the degree of the adulthood of your soul, what ends up happening is you become aware that you have the hands and the feet, the mind and the heart, the ability to comprehend and integrate information in such a way that you can apply it to your circumstance so that you can be your own savior. Then, when you take it even further and you really begin to enter into the heart of this gnosis, you begin to realize there's nothing to be saved from. Everything is merely an opportunity to learn to a degree that you have not yet learned it, allowing for the cycling, the spiral to circle back around and revisiting lessons, maybe with different characters, maybe with the same people, but revisiting that same lesson from a higher perspective, giving you the ability to see in a much more broad manner all of these other factors that that instance was trying to teach you. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. But with this in reverse, it means that you're buying into the earthly programs that you are not enough, you don't know enough, you don't have enough experience, you don't this, you don't that. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You have an entire lifetime of experience. It's just experiences that could have taught you something and to further develop you and cultivate you, further empower you. Um, you know, this is a thing of like, they've shamed you into thinking that those were all just moments of fucking up. You should be ashamed and you should never revisit that. You should never look at it again. You should, hide it away, hoping no one knows. There's nothing that's happened in my life that I'm ashamed of. I don't give a shit who knows. I literally don't give a shit who knows. I own every single situation in my life. Every single situation in my life. You can bring up whatever you want in life. You think I'm going to shy away from that? No. I own it. It's a part of my history. It's helped me to get to another level of learning and growth. Now, rather than me being ashamed, careful, because I will turn the tables on you during the live. And I will ask you, what's your intention with that? You trying to be an asshole? I'm not ashamed of that, but I do question, what's your intention? I question your integrity. I question your energy as an individual. The people who try and hold your past against you are the people who you should be questioning, not yourself. Not yourself. It's your life experiences that are adding to the beauty of you and your wisdom. You guys have heard of Maya Angelou? One of the most profound poets. Profound. The way the words just escape the brilliance of this woman's mind. One of my most favorite poems of hers. Okay, let me find it. I want to read it to you guys. This is by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may tread me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room, just like the moons and like suns, with a certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high. Still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops. Mm. Mm. Words so powerful. It initiates a resonance within me that becomes like the tolling of the bells, calling the people to gather. All of these different aspects of myself coming forward. Not because they were called to, but because they're ready to rise. To have the power to allow your life experience to be so profound that it would affect everyone who becomes aware of that singular process that you've chosen to be expressed as a poem. Ah, that your poetry will live on long after you're gone. That your poetry, every time a person reads it and is in a position of readiness, ready to rise to their rightful place within their life, that the resonance within them will cause a release of emotion. Mm. That type of power, you would think it would take a lifetime of like education and, the proper gurus to teach you this, to cultivate it. Maya Angelou was a prostitute. She was a single mother prostitute. She did what she had to do to survive and provide for her child. She was a prostitute. And the history of her journey to find her greatness does not diminish the shine when she arrives. It does not diminish her and the profoundness of her brilliance in any way, shape, or form. See, when I say, when I say you should have no shame about your history, when I say that you should not take in the words written by an author you do not know the biography of, you don't know their history. Reading that poem and knowing her history, that gives it a whole nother layer of meaning, nuance. That pressure injects a power into the words of a woman who didn't just rise, she flew. It's not enough to rise, not when you were designed with wings to fly. It's not enough to listen to the words of other people trying to encourage you. Yes, be grateful for that, but do something with it as well. Instead of being focused on you not being enough, begin to focus on the things that really truly aren't enough. This belief in a diminished worth, that's not enough for you. This belief that walking is fine, that's not enough for you. Learning how to walk is nothing but a precursor in running. And running is not enough when you are aware of the divinity of you. When you're aware you were created with wings. And it's not enough to fly. You're given wings to be able to see clearly from a high vantage point. Those of us who have wings, it's so we can better serve the people we are guiding. We're not in a position of power and superiority. We are in a position of service. We are obligated to grace. We have to have grace for ourselves as well, not just the people that we are assuming we are here to help. You know, one of the most powerful things that I've learned in this journey, the most powerful way I can help someone is by allowing them to simply witness me helping myself. Because I'm not a greedy person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not any of the negative things that I can come up with as reasonings as to why I shouldn't help myself. No. The most powerful thing I can do is to find the courage to allow you to witness me in my organic process, not something that is contrived, not something planned and scheduled. And many of you guys have seen me in live streams get really emotional. It's like, I want to end the live stream, but I don't. And you guys give me permission to, and you encourage me to take the time to be in my silence off the screen and process my life and whatever it is I'm struggling through. And I keep pushing forward. And it's not me being mean to myself. It's me living my purpose. I have an awareness that that's part of it. I have an awareness that part of my purpose is to lead by example, not by preaching, not by force or coercion in some way, but to lead by example. See me do the things I talk about. See me rise in the ways I encourage you to. Life is so beautifully poetic in that way, and I believe wholeheartedly that each of us is living poetry that once lived in the lungs of creation. And as we have matured and served our purpose within that space, as we have been allowed to exchange with the core essence of this divinity, we are then exhaled as a living poetry that we are. It's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing to be able to see life in the way that I see it. Metamorphosis in reverse. You don't always have to be something else. Sometimes metamorphosis is not becoming a completely different person, right? We think like, oh, the butterfly and the caterpillar, like I'm a caterpillar, I'm becoming a butterfly, I'm becoming something completely different. I can't dress the same, talk the same, have the same friends or any of that. Wrong. The caterpillar is part of that butterfly's journey. It is still the same species, still the same being, simply transforming. You're not being encouraged or guided to be someone else. You're being encouraged to consume what needs to be consumed in order to get you to the place where you can cocoon yourself so that you can become what you were always destined to be. The caterpillar was always going to become the butterfly. It's not like a dog trying to become a bumblebee. Those are different species. So, direction. You're being directed to allow a rejuvenation to occur. In order for that rejuvenation to occur, you have to shed the layers that have kept you confined into a space of smallness. You know, some creatures have an exoskeleton. When they grow, they have to molt. They have to shed that external skeleton. And as they shed that skeleton, what ends up happening is there is a brand new them that emerges. Yes, they are vulnerable until their exoskeleton has a time to dry and harden. But also, yes, as you experience this leveling up through this period, you will be vulnerable. You will need to be protected and hidden away, at least until you reacclimate to a new level of existence for you. It's going to be okay. This has always been a part of your process and your destiny. You're simply reaching a point of awareness of the cycles you've been going through. You see, this is not the first time you've gone through this, but this might possibly be the first time you're aware as you experience it. That's powerful. That's beautiful. And that is a gift from creation itself. Burn all the insecurities, burn all of the self-doubt. Allow yourself to be the light that you were designed to be. And if your environment is dark, stop focusing on your fear and become very, very clear in your awareness that it's in the darkest of places that the light becomes more valuable. So when you are a little tiny light in a profoundly dark space, you are the most powerful thing in that space. Shine your light bright, have grace for yourself, and serve the purpose you were created to serve. I love today's reading. I love this. I claim all of this. I claim all of it. I think I'm going to actually rewatch this one because I don't like rewatching my videos. It's weird. It's very weird. But I think this one has nuggets that I need to receive for myself. I think all of us are being prepared for something so profound. We don't have to know what that is. We just have to live through it. Sometimes it makes it easier to know. Other times, the knowing is what creates the unnecessary fear. Discern for yourself what type of circumstance is, and then decisions accordingly. You guys have got this. You have more than got this. You were designed to live through it. This is part of your destined path. There's no options but to do. I love you guys so much. Please give this video a thumbs up. I will be live later today, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be doing expedites, energy work for this lunar eclipse coming up. Blood moon, total lunar eclipse. Woohoo! Woo! Yay! Oh, it's going to be a doozy. But I'm going to be showing up later today doing expedites. I hope you can join me. I'll have that up very soon. I need to get ready for my class. If you are interested in learning to work energy the way I do and gaining the clarity that I have for myself and my journey, I teach classes. Check me out, k33academy.com. k33academy.com. Yep, I'm a professor. And I have my own academy. Teach a lot of things there. I also have a certification program. If you want to learn how to work energy for yourself, check out the membership. That's an ongoing weekly class. If you want to learn how to be an energetic badass and take clients, certification program. I tell you, all of my certified students are badass, can handle so much. I'm so proud of them. I don't want to cry because class is going to start in a few minutes. I love you guys. I will see you later today. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. If not, see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.